viewers on Sky around New Zealand as well. You're watching our coverage of the Super Sprint Motorsport New Zealand Championship, all brought to you by Repco. We've had a mixed afternoon so far weather-wise. It keeps threatening to rain once again. So far it seems to be staying away, which is, fingers crossed, a good thing. Two classes in this. This is the second class, the MX-5 category. They'll be at the back of the army of RX-8s that make up this field, and there's two titles, two crowns to be decided. We saw Dean Evans, the Australian, nice to have our TV3 viewers back with us live here at Hampton Downs. Massive afternoon. It's the final round of the Super Sprint Motorsport New Zealand Championship. Greg Ruston, Mark Mallard with you in commentary ahead of the Nexen Tyres Mazda Series outing here. Two classes about to do battle, and Mark, you have been with the series coordinators having a look at some numbers.
320 points to Leo Bolt. Matt Thorne, only 8 points difference to Leo Bolt. That is totally changeable, so that's one of those real easy flick of a switch. I think the front runners would need to have a DNF to have some problems, but definitely there is a huge battle there for third and fourth place.
Now there is
Leo
a story.
Bolt's dropped back there.
Now the reason that Leo Bolt is back at the rear of all of the MX-8 entrants is he's had a problem with his car and has swapped to a competitor's car, another car. He's been given permission to use that, but the consequence of it, you've got to start at the rear of all the RX-8s. So our thanks to Stu Brewer there and Stu Hewer and Nigel Snow for their assistance with some of the news coming out of the Mazda camp. We're getting set for what is going to be a fantastic. There's Leo all the way down in 30th position. Huge amount of work to do.
As they're on the grid now. We'll wait for those last cars to get up. There's a problem with the 40-car grid is it takes a while for them all to get on the grid.
Set to go racing here. The decider for the MX-5 Championship as well. Lights are out. Away we go here at Hampton Downs. Great start by Edwards. The kind of second part of it, he seemed to really grip up in the second part of it. They'll go side by side into one for the first time.
Crowther there is doing a great job. Our race 2 winner is sticking on the outside there with him in the Stickman team car.
Run down to 2. They're all hard on the anchors, and he's got it. Managed to shut the door. Great work.
Simon Baker there, the championship leader in third place. Wide there for Steve Fistonich in that red and white car.
It's been, whether wet or dry, you can even see the sheen in the road there. It's not nice grip-wise if you do that.
Oh, 100%. Hampton Downs, they get some drifters going over there. They get all the stuff that just over the years accumulates, and there's just no grip outside there. It's one of the hardest corners if you're going to try and run too wide. As we see battles further back. Oh, a little touch there has caused a sideways action there.
Leo Bolt's up to 27, so he's picked up about 3 places early on. We go back to Ben Stewart in the number 1, who came into this round at the top of the points table with 350 over Chris White, 343. That's coming into the Hampton Downs weekend. We need to make the point that White Jr., down there in 9th place at the moment, is kind of fighting with one arm behind his back. They've had issues with the distributor on that car, and I think they damaged a spark plug earlier in the weekend, so they are a little concerned about the internals of that engine. So fighting on right now in championship terms, but it is advantage Baker.
As they come down, Crowther still in second, doing a fantastic job. We saw the 24 red car there flash through the picture of Steve Fistonich. He's battling in a good group there. There's battles upon battles here as across the line. Edwards has got a 1.4 second lead to Crowther in second. Baker in third, 1.9 down.
You can see that black MX-5 in the background. That is Dean Evans, the Australian, now based in Hamilton. He's married. His wife's a Kiwi, I think an ex-netballer too. So
that's how we bring you people over, eh? We send our woman out.
Lured Dean over, great work. So he, in terms of the standings, after 11 of 12 races in the MX-5 class, after his win in that division in the last race, Dean Evans comes into this one on 689 points. Markku Braid, who's a real fighter, on 656. And Oliver Sapsford on 534. So Dean, all he's got to do basically is finish the drama. And we saw some damage to the right front of this car before when it hit the wall. So mag and turbo entry rejoins. Good, no harm, no foul on that occasion.
Now clear there in turn 8 as they come up the hill.
Just going to say that for Dean to claim the MX-5 championship, all he needs is 5th or higher. Now that tells more of the story. So it's actually not Dodd's, maybe, fault in that. We probably need to see another angle.
As always with these things, budget, but we can come back right.
Interesting. So this is Markku Braid ahead of Dean Evans. So Dean, of course, an editor for Driven here in New Zealand, has been around cars pretty much all of his career. He is trying to win this crown, and it would be his first, the MX-5 title I'm talking now, it would be his first here in New Zealand. He's had success in Australia in the Mirage Series back in 2001 and the 2012 Targa Series and an Evo 10 Mitsubishi, but Markku basically, he needs Dean to DNF, and he'd have to finish in order to claim his 3rd MX-5 championship. At the moment, it's advantage Dean Evans.
Evans went round the outside at turn 1. That is a big move. Braid's trying to get to the inside here, but not able to with the crisscross going the other way.
Love it.
Puts Evans in the better spot as they come over the top of the hill.
2 drivers who desperately want the crown. One on the left of your screen trying to grab it for the first time. The other trying to add to the 2 that he already has in the bank in Markku Braid. Great competitor. So these guys with a lot to play for, not giving up with 2 laps to go.
Just that determination to try and put it all in, and that's what Championship Sunday is about, is that all of those driving.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the battle. Markku Braid, his dad's actually, Jeff, is one of the stalwarts of the Manawatu Car Club as well. So we've got a few Manawatu guys up here this weekend.
Now, we said to you, Dean, after 11 of 12 races, was on top with 689, Markku with 656. Basically, Dean would kind of need to DNF here. It's going to go in a race result to Markku Braid. Oh, they're side by side. Dean might grab the actual result as well in MX-5. It's going to be a photo finish. He's got his hand up above him. That could be his first New Zealand crown for Dean Evans.
He's got it.
Congratulations. What a finish. What a finish between those 2 guys, all the way to the line.
Just got that draft. It's amazing what that draft did. Popped out at the perfect time. And then he even got the fist up knowing he'd won it. What a battle there.
Less than a 10th. Crazy finish.
What a great race. That's a globe battle. We had battles throughout the field though. It's been fantastic, clean racing too.
Mega stuff. Dean Evans celebrating with the hand up above as he crossed the line, and great camaraderie with, he's got a lot of respect for Markku Braid in the end though. So
it's always a nervous wait when you've got your car in the shed waiting for that final tech sheet off.
Of course, the North Island title still to be decided, and Rex Edwards, I think, who's taken this one out in pretty good shape for that. So we wish them well with that when their next meeting. Everything he was able to in order to keep the title fight alive. These 2, it would be a photo finish between Markku Braid in the red entry to the white. Dean Evans to the left, the former Australian, now based in Hamilton, eyeing up, looking for his first crown. Chris White Jr. in the end would finish down the order and would not be able to claim the crown in the RX-8, and the MX-5 was a photo finish going in the end to Dean Evans. But our congratulations to Simon Baker.
And of course, the MX-5 champion, Mr. Driven himself. Hey, national champ, how does that feel in the MX-5?
Wow, yay! Aussie and New Zealand national champion now. So really stoked. That was such a good race. Got a good start. Had a great race with all the guys, but Markku in particular.
That finish was nuts.
It was. I actually did a bit of a bump draft the lap before to make sure I could actually do it, and it gave him a bit of a bump away. But so I lined him up for the last lap, so the last lap board, and just got the draft, pulled out. He tried to squeeze, but we didn't touch door handles or anything. Really great to race, so much fun.
Congratulations, mate. You're going to enjoy it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so that's the MX-5 done for today. Coming next, Central Muscle Cars and a tribute to a man called Mark Holland.